Imagine spending €100 million on a player, only for him to turn into one of the most mocked and criticized footballers in the world. A player who was once a rising star, dazzling defenders with his skills, but is now struggling to justify his price tag and warming the bench. That's the story of Antony Manchester dos Santos. From the streets of São Paulo to the grand stage of Manchester United, his journey was supposed to be one of triumph, but instead, it has been filled with controversy, inconsistency, and disappointment. But is Antony really as bad as everyone says? Does he deserve all the hate? Or is there more to his story than meets the eye? Let's uncover the rise, the fall, and the uncertain future of Antony. To truly understand Antony, we have to go back to where it all started. Born on February 24, 2000, in Osasco, Brazil, Antony grew up in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in São Paulo. The place he called home was nicknamed Inferno, which literally translates to Little Hell. Violence, drug trafficking, and police raids were part of his daily life. His family barely had enough to survive. His house was so small that he had to share a bed with his parents until he was a teenager. But despite all the hardships, football was his escape. As a kid, Antony idolized Ronaldinho and Neymar, watching their highlights using his neighbor's Wi-Fi. He played barefoot on dirt pitches, performing outrageous skills against adults, many of whom were notorious gang members. At just 8 years old, Antony was spotted by a football scout who was amazed by his fearless dribbling and raw talent. That scout helped him join São Paulo's youth academy, a golden ticket out of poverty. But talent alone wasn't enough. Antony had to fight harder than everyone else just to keep his place in the team. His coaches weren't convinced he was a future star, but they kept him around because of his insane work ethic. However, he almost threw everything away due to his bad attitude. He was nearly expelled from São Paulo's academy 3 times due to emotional outbursts and discipline issues. This wouldn't be the last time Antony's mentality got in the way of his career. Despite the ups and downs, Antony fought his way to São Paulo's first team at just 17 years old. His flair, creativity, and confidence on the ball made him a fan favorite. In 2019, he won the prestigious Copa São Paulo, scoring in the final and earning the Player of the Tournament award. By now, European clubs were watching closely. Borussia Dortmund showed interest, but it was Ajax that made the move. In February 2020, Antony joined Ajax for €16 million, a life-changing transfer. This was where he truly exploded. During the 2020-21 season, Antony hit the ground running, scoring 9 goals in his first 19 games. He adapted quickly, adding 7 kilograms of muscle during the lockdowns to handle the physicality of European football. His performances earned him a spot in Brazil's Olympic squad, where he played a crucial role of winning the gold medal at the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. The following season, he was even better, starring in Ajax's flawless Champions League campaign, where they won all 6 of their group stage matches. He scored against Borussia Dortmund and Sporting CP, proving himself on the biggest stage. But not everyone was impressed. Some critics questioned his decision-making and attitude. During one game against Feyenoord, Antony time wasted so much that his own teammates had to drag him off the pitch. Ajax legend Marco van Basten wasn't a fan either. Despite the criticism, Antony's stock kept rising, and when Manchester United came calling, he made it clear he wanted out. Erik ten Hag, managing Manchester United, demanded the club sign Antony at any cost. United submitted a massive €85 million bid, but Ajax rejected it. Antony refused to train and skipped matches to force a transfer. Eventually, Ajax gave in, and United shattered their transfer record, signing him for €100 million, the 3rd highest fee in their history. The expectations were sky high, and at first, it seemed like money well spent. Antony scored on his debut against Arsenal, He followed that up with goals against Manchester City and Everton, becoming the first United player to score in his first 3 Premier League games. He also scored a huge goal against Barcelona in the Europa League and netted in the Carabao Cup final, helping United win their first trophy in years. But after that, it all fell apart. Antony's flashy tricks and dribbles didn't translate to the Premier League. His lack of end product became painfully obvious. By the end of his first season, he had just 4 goals and 2 assists in the league. Things got even worse when off-field scandals surfaced. His ex-girlfriend accused him of assault, leading to police investigations in both Brazil and England. Manchester United put him on leave, Brazil's national team dropped him, and sponsors distanced themselves. Although no concrete evidence was found, the damage to his reputation and confidence was already done. Antony's second season at United was even worse. In 29 league appearances, he scored just 1 goal. His lack of impact made him a bench warmer, and fans lost patience. A €100 million signing with 5 league goals into seasons. It's no surprise that Antony was labelled a flop. With his Manchester United career hanging by a thread, Antony was loaned out to Real Betis for the 2024-25 season. And guess what? His first match was great. Maybe a fresh start in Spain, exactly what he needs. Maybe away from the Premier League pressure, he can rebuild his career. But will he ever justify his €100 million price tag? That seems highly unlikely. So, is Antony a failure? For now, yes. But football is unpredictable. If he finds his form again, this might not be the end of his story. What do you think? Can Antony turn things around? Or is his time as a top player already over? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this next one on screen now. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.